Hello everyone and welcome back to the Seven Smushed Eggy channel. Welcome to part 5 of my CD collection, I think. If it's wrong, I'll put it here, but I don't think it is wrong. So I got a few new CDs that I'd like to introduce before I go back into the order that I was currently in. So let's begin with this Bjork album. I talked about owning this, and a mutual was borrowing it. So this is actually the first Bjork CD I've ever owned in my life. It's her greatest hits album. And this is one of the oldest CDs that I've had. I've had this since I was literally 11 years old. It's very simple. I mean, I'm a little bit more generous to CDs that are greatest hits related, just because, it's just like a playlist of their greatest hits, so it's not like it needs to put that much effort into it. But I'd say it's like a B. My cat is being a menace. Freya! Where is she? Can you even see? Freya, get down. Freyush. She doesn't listen very well. But anyways, so I'm going to give it a B, just look-wise. But the songs are very, very good. These are some of my favorite songs ever. I think whoever compiled the greatest hits were really cooking, because these are her best songs, or some of them. There's some that are missing, but pretty good. I also wanted to highlight that I have received Black Sheep EPB, and to people who talk to me on a personal level, they might know that Black Sheep EPB is one of my dream peepees that I've always wanted to own. And now I do in fact own him. I own every peepee from the volume 1 set now, like Cow Peepee, Celebrity Blue, Pink Pea, and Black Sheep EPB. So I am very happy. Excellent squeaker. And his name is going to be Bjorn, because we just talked about Bjork and it sounds like Bjork a little bit. And he's an S+. He's one of my favorite peepees ever. So let's move on. The next album that I got pretty recently is this one. So it's Linkin Park. It's their 20th anniversary of this album. I don't want to butcher the title. I'm tired, guys. But I really wanted to get the 20th anniversary just because the quality is a lot better, audio-wise, and it just looks really cool. I like the blue, It's kind of giving Evanescence Fallen, and I kind of rocks with that. So, this is my first time, really sitting through a Linkin Park album. I will admit, I've never been, the biggest fan, but, I grew up with a lot of Linkin Park on the radio. Who doesn't know Linkin Park, you know what I mean? And I have a lot of respect for Linkin Park, even though it's not really my favorite type of music. Rest in peace, Chester. It's really, really sad what happened with him. So I just wanted to own something from that band, because it's such a big part of my childhood and life. And this set is really cool because it comes with 3 discs actually. I only really cared for the first disc, but the second disc is really cool because it's all just demos and how they describe it as LPU rarities. So if you're a mega Linkin Park fan, you're really gonna like those. And then the third CD is just a live album. So you really get a lot of stuff in this for a really fair price. I think this was $20. So that's amazing. Well, kind of hard to put together. This is my favorite Linkin Park album. Consistently, I like all of the songs. I'm gonna give this one an S, to be honest. I think it's really, really cool. I love the aesthetics behind it. The booklet's a little but if we kind of put everything together, this is a really cool album. It just is. So in between these albums, I'm gonna talk about just random stuff on my my camera stopped editing, like it cut me off. I forgot to set, because I had to, okay, it's a long story. Something like broke with my editor, so I had to like re-download it, and I didn't have any of my settings saved, so my bad. But what I was gonna say is that I'm just gonna be talking about random things in between CDs, just because that's just kind of how I am. Today's topic is probably gonna be FNAF themed. But I wanted to highlight this shirt that I'm wearing because I think it's super impressive that I've been able to keep this shirt and to be able to actually wear it in 2025, because I've had this shirt since I was 11 years old, 11 or 12. I remember going into 7th grade with this shirt on, so, you know, it's been around for over 10 years in my wardrobe, and she's still on, she still fits. So it's kind of vintage Evanescence, you know, it's kind of cool that I was able to preserve it and fit in it after all this time. The material's a little bit thinned out, but I mean, I'm pretty, like, round of applause for me, because that's kind of impressive. Anyways, so, FNAF. So the FNAF 2 movie's coming out next month. I'm going with my wife, maybe my friend, I don't know, she kind of, she always bails on me, so I don't know about that. But, I'm planning on going as Chica. I'm a little bit worried though, because my actual like dress hasn't shipped yet, but I have my cupcake plushie. I have the face paint, and I'm very excited. Let me actually show you guys my cupcake. I'll be right back. Okay, so this is my cupcake. Okay, so it's a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be. Because, you know, when I ordered this, I thought it was just gonna be like small, like, 'cause, you know, Chica, the animatronic, like, she kind of just holds it like in her hand, and like, we're gonna kind of have a problem if I have to do that, because it's just not gonna work. But yeah, it's huge, so I'm gonna be like this, I guess. But I'm kind of relieved that it's huge, because this was like $50, and I felt like I was getting scammed, I'm not gonna lie, because I'm like, why is the fucking cupcake plush $50? So at least I got like my money's worth, you know what I mean? But damn, 50 bones. So I have always been a pretty big fan of Five Nights at Freddy's. I mean, not so much in modern day, like, I've never read the books, and I haven't really been liking the newer games, like Security Breach, I didn't like at all. But like the OG, because I was there when it came out in high school. So I was there when the first games came out. I'm a really big fan of the first 4 games, maybe even 5. I kind of like Sister Location, but definitely the first 4. And my favorite animatronic is Mangle, but I was thinking about being Mangle for the movie, but that's kind of hard, and I'm not very crafty, so being Mangle kind of seemed really difficult. And I was Freddy for the first movie, which I loved. I thought the movie was really great. The animatronics looked great. I just think I wish the horror was more scary, because the first game was really scary to me, at least. Like, I still can't really play that by myself, because I don't like jump scares that much. But yeah, I really, really like that game, and I wish the movie was a little bit scarier. I wish the deaths were a little bit more brutal, because they're described as really brutal in the games, but that's okay. They kind of babyfied it, but I still had a really, really fun time. And FNAF 2 is actually my favorite game, so I'm so hyped for that. I'm so hyped to see Mangle and all the toy animatronics. So yeah, Chica's actually my least favorite, but she's cute. I don't hate her. She's just, you know, I found a really cute outfit for her, so I really hope it comes on time, because I'm going to be so bummed if it doesn't. So anyway, the other new CDs that I got are My Chemical Romance. I got these 2. These are my favorite My Chemical Romance albums. I'm kind of surprised that I didn't get these sooner. I guess, like, I totally forgot about them. I know, don't kill me. But, so we're going to start with this one, the 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge. This one's just like iconic, dude, like the cover. I'm gonna give it a A. I'm gonna give it an A. I mean, it's just phenomenal, phenomenal cover, very corny but funny and amusing back. Like, let me read it. It's like the story. Oh my gosh. The story of a man, a woman, and the corpses of 1,000 evil men. Like, oh my gosh, that's so corny. But I kind of like it. Booklet-wise, has a bit to be desired. I don't know if this is what the original booklet looked like, because I've been noticing that when I've been rebuying some of these CDs that the booklets are a lot more bare bones than what they used to be. So take that with a grain of salt. Cool CD. Cool backing of the CD. I'm gonna give this one an... I already said my ranking. What the hell? The reason why it's not an S is because there are a few songs I think are kind of but the really strong ones are really, really strong. And then next, The Black Parade. This is my favorite My Chemical Romance album. I know that's kind of like a normie take on it, but it really is their best album. It's the coolest aesthetically, and the songs are the strongest. Like, this CD is really cool. This is like an S+ album, to be honest. And I think the booklet really works here because it's like a newspaper. So I think that's really, really cool. And I love the artwork here. So cool. What was I saying? I don't have a long history with My Chemical Romance like some other MCR fans, because I don't know, they never intrigued me like a lot of people. Oh, did I show y'all the back of it or the inside? I don't know. He didn't resonate with me as much, or this band didn't resonate with me as much as some of my other ones. So I kind of was really late to the party, like college, to be honest. But I'm really glad that I finally got around to listening to them, because they're iconic for a reason. They're lots of fun, really fun instrumentals, and his voice is just so unique. Like, you know it's Gerard when you hear Gerard. So, will I be getting the other MCR albums? I might get the very first one that they have, even though I have a lot of problems with that album. But it's been recently kind of growing on me a little bit, because I used to like downright hate it, but I'm coming around to kind of liking it. So, we'll see. So, going back to FNAF, as you can see my very cool poster. It's like one of those comfort things for me at this point in time. Like, every time I see a new theory about how the game works, or like some secrets or whatever, I just kind of put it on mindlessly. And I don't really know why I like it so much, because it's not very good. Like, especially as the series kept going on and dragging itself out, it got worse and deteriorated 100%. And I'm not really crazy about the fact that it became super popular with kids, but I mean, at least getting like plushies and like merch is super easy now. I mean, I don't know. I think the cringiest FNAF game that I really, really like was FNAF World. It doesn't really work on my computer and it crashes all the time, but you know what? It's a lot of fun regardless. And I don't know, it just tickles my brain. I guess that's the best way I could describe it. I'm trying to think. I thought this FNAF conversation was going to be a lot longer, so I apologize. So I guess that's all I'm really going to say about FNAF. Probably going to have a different topic. Okay, so going back to CDs that I bought recently, I finally got this Seether album. Poison the Parish. I love the art. So gory and visceral, and the red really contrasts with the white. I really, really like it. It kind of gives me Cult of the Lamb vibes. And the blood. You know I like gore and blood and all that cool stuff. It's so edgy. I really like that. I kind of want to like KMS though, because I accidentally got the censored version. of this album. Oh, it's a really cool CD too. I think one of these days I'm gonna get a tattoo of like the little bunny guy, because I don't really know what else to do for Seether, because they don't really have like a symbol. And you will not catch me dead having Seether, like the word Seether on me. Like, it's just not gonna happen. So yeah, I'm very upset that I got the censored version. I don't even know why there is a censored version. I guess I should have fucking known, because there's no parental advisory sticker. But it's very jarring when you listen to some of these songs, because Sean Morgan says the F-bomb, okay? Like, he says some bad words, and then it just, like, it's very awkwardly, like, sliced, and it doesn't really sound great. So, that sucks. I felt kind of duped that I got a fucking censored version, but that's okay. I'm still gonna give it like an A+. I think it would have been an S if I didn't get duped like that, because what the fuck, like, in the thing that I bought, like, it didn't say it was censored, because I wouldn't have bought in a censored version. I don't really like censored music. I think it's dumb. And I'm kind of surprised like Seether has censored versions, especially because he does, the lyrics swear quite a bit, so it's a little bit jarring. Speaking of tattoos, I got a new tattoo. I will show you guys. So this is my new tattoo. I got it 2 weeks ago, so it's still healing, but it's pretty much done. It doesn't really like itch or anything anymore. And this is my Pierce the Veil tattoo. This one was kind of tricky because just like Seether, they don't have a symbol. So you can kind of tell, but it's like literally PTV down my arm. So it's Pierce the Veil. I don't really like words on my body, but I think it's like subtle enough that it kind of still looks like a symbol. But if you know what it is, you know what it is. You know what I mean? So yeah, my new tattoo. So that's it for the new CDs that I got. So now we're actually going to continue down the alphabet. Let's see. So I have this Tillian album. You know, the ex-lead singer. Oh my god, his face is so like his jaws. It's very like hexagonal. It's not bad at all, just very defined. Ex-singer of Dance Gavin Dance. He makes solo music sometimes. It's, you know, it's not terrible. I kind of like this album, Factory Reset. It's very different from what he did in Dance Gavin Dance. It's a lot more poppy, a lot less lyrically defined, but I mean, that's not really saying much because Dance Gavin Dance has never really been known for their amazing lyricism. In fact, a lot of the lyricism in Dance Gavin Dance is pretty nonsensical. Jesus. But I don't know. I like this solo album. I don't think I'm gonna buy any of his other solo album stuff. It's kind of trippy. It's kind of fun, you know. I haven't listened to these songs in a while, but I used to listen to them pretty nonstop a few years ago. So I would give it like an A-. I mean, it's a lot of fun. Something different. If you want some pop hits that aren't super popular from the radio, there you have it. Next topic, tattoos in general. So I think I have 5 tattoos right now. I just counted really fast. But so I have this sunflower, I have the Pierce the Veil, and then I have 2 on my back shoulder and 1 on my spine. I'm not going to show those because I have to lift my shirt to do. Oh, and I have 1 on my rib cage too. I think that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I have 6. Jesus. And I'm not stopping there. I'm planning on getting more. It just, the biggest thing for me is just money, and the healing process always really annoys me. But my easiest tattoo, this one. This one barely hurt at all. Hardest tattoo, my dragon down my spine. Absolutely. But actually my rib cage was pretty painful too. I actually, like a tear went down my cheek for my rib cage. Don't recommend that one. I was going to do both ribs, but I changed my mind. I don't think I'm going to do my other side. Dude, Patrick is mad as fuck that I lost the race. Like, I'm sorry, bruh. Hello again. Sorry about that. I don't even remember what I was doing. Okay, anyways, next album is Tracy Bonham. The Burdens of Being Upright, and she's carrying a thing of bricks, which is pretty funny. Oh, well, as you can tell, I got this CD from thrifting, so she's a little bit broken. But you know what? Oh my god, I actually love the booklet behind this one. It's very scrapbooky. Kind of reminds me of like how I do things. So I really like it. Very homemade looking. I'm a big fan of her song Mother Mother. It's actually on this CD. So that's kind of what inspired me to get it. She's very early 2000s. That's like the best way I can say it. She's a lot of fun. She's very much of the time. It's very pleasant to listen to. Kind of underrated. I don't really hear many people talking about this artist, and I think that they should. I'm going to give this one like a B+, because I really like it. But I don't have a lot to say with it. I don't have a lot of history with it. My wife actually showed me that great single of Mother Mother. I never had heard of her before then. Next. So the final albums I'll be talking about for today, yes, there's going to be a part 6. I'm sorry. There's going to be a part 6. But 3 Days Grace. I love 3 Days Grace. My wife hates them a little bit, but you know, I grew up with 3 Days Grace. I've been listening to them since I was 11, and they were middle school me all the way. I'm a huge fan of Adam's voice. I've always really liked him. I didn't really like when he left the band that much. Look at this. This is like a diary that the poetic kid in fucking study hall is writing about his middle school crush, okay, or high school crush. I don't know. I like these songs. They're very raw. They're not very polished. But they're very catchy. Like, honestly, they sound really, really nice. I really like them. I'm a huge fan of this one. I'm gonna have to give it an A. Like, just a solid A. Like, this is really good. This is the first 3 Days Grace album I owned, I believe. It was one of these. It was one of these. And I was not unimpressed. Dude, he looks like my dad. Like, in the middle. Oh. Yeah, this one. My dad used to have a fucking mohawk. Maybe he was a 3 Days Grace fan, bro. I don't know. And then 1X. This is their best album, arguably. This is when he grows out his hair, too. And he's, like, really, like, Sonic the Hedgehog, Shadow the Hedgehog core. He was kind of cute here. Very cool CD. Like, this CD always like sticks out to me. It reminds me of the Sachiko Ever After doll from Corpse Party a little bit, so that's another win. I think these are the best songs that they've ever done. Like, everything that came after this started to go a little bit downhill, unfortunately, but this is such a cool album. Like, I stayed listening to this in middle school, blasting it in my bedroom. I was emo like that, you guys. I was. This one's gonna get an S. It's like literally one of the best albums of all time, in my humble opinion. And you know what I actually forgot to show you guys, you know, because I just got a new Sleeping with Sirens album too. Let me go get that. Look what I managed to get my hands on. I got Let's Cheers to This. This hasn't been in print for like over a decade, and they finally had it back on print. So you know damn well I got it, because this is one of my favorite Sleeping with Sirens albums of all time. I told y'all in part 4. You know this. This is actually a really cool CD. I'm just going to go out and say it, like, this one is an A+. Like, I really love this album. The booklet's diabolical, though. The songs are really good. They're very consistent. I think this is one of Sleeping with Sirens' best albums of all time. And I just wanted to show y'all that I finally got this album because I love this album. And I was telling you how hard it was for me to find. And now I have it. Did I show y'all that I got the new Hail the Sun album too? 1 minute. Guys, so many albums came out in October that it's not even funny. But so I have it, the Cut Turn Fade Back album that they just released last month. It's very consistent. The way that they do CDs is very consistent. I will say I think the album that they did last time is a little bit better. I still really like this album, and I'm very pleased with it. I'm very happy that they make music so consistently and that I get to be a part of it. So, my throat is really dry. I think that's all I'm gonna do for today. I will see you guys at part 6, okay? The series is never ending.